Producers need to do everything they can to have a competitive edge. So I just got done mixing down this beat. I should have did this live, but wanted to go ahead and make this quick video on beat mixing. So I just got done mixing this beat. I'm gonna be sending it out to different artists that I know. It's kind of a Pusha T, Coke rap type of beat, Benny the Butcher style stuff. But I just want to jump right in here and show you guys what I did really quickly, so that way you can get just a couple of beat mixing gems. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a little bit of the beat just so you have an idea of, you know, how it sounds, what's going on in the beat. So let me do that right now. All right, so just a little quick snippet of the beat that I have here. So yeah, let me go ahead and show you what I did. The first thing I did is with the parametric EQ, I shaped the sample. I really chopped the sample a lot, but I chopped the sample, went ahead and bounced it down. Then I used the parametric EQ here to dip out a little bit of like 3K, 4K. And what I was hearing in the sample was just this kind of loud, just this ringing noise. It's just piercing ringing noise that I went ahead and just dipped a little bit out just because it was just giving me problems. And if a recording artist is listening to this, especially on like ear pods, that sound is going to be a bit loud. I guess I might as well just go ahead and play a little bit of what I was hearing so that way you guys understand what I'm talking about. So that's with the dip that I have there, and I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the EQ. It's like this real ringy, piercing sound that I was hearing. I just went ahead and dipped that out. And as you can see here in the parametric EQ, I turned the monitor off. That's something that I do all the time. One of my engineering mentors taught me that to, you know, really mix with your ears and not with your eyes. And I was really dependent on the monitoring here in the past. So I've been doing this for years, turning it off and just using my ears. And I just went ahead and boosted and I swept until I heard that piercing sound. And I just went ahead and eased it up, dipped it out, so that way it won't hurt the ears of the recording artist as they're listening back. Now on the drums, I didn't really do much to the drums here. As you can see, really have nothing on the individual drums. Here on the snare, this is what I did on the snare. So you can see here I have this little dip going on in the parametric EQ. And then on the clap, let's see if I can open up the EQ on the clap. Oh, no, I didn't need the EQ on the clap. That's right. So what I was hearing is I was hearing that there was a certain crunch that was going on in the clap, and there was a certain crunch that was going on in the snare. And I wanted one of the two to win. And I wanted the clap to win this little crunchy sound that I was hearing. So I just dipped it out here in the snare so that way the clap actually won. So let me just play what I'm talking about here. Let's just mute and play the snare in the clap. All right, let's go ahead and do that. Let me open up this so everything makes sense. So let's get to the clap and the snare. All right. Okay, and I'm gonna turn it off. Turn it back on. And to me, it just feels like that I'm just getting a little bit more presence from the clap instead of the snare. So it's kind of it's not something that you have to do. That's kind of a just a little thing that was poking out to me. It's not super necessary, but it's just something I want to point out to you guys. The ride cymbal, I just added a little bit of a compressor, a little bit of compression to it. I felt like the attack was a bit too much, so I just used a compressor to control the attack. And also we have here, actually used the super clipper, which is a free FL Studio Patcher plugin that you get at DesmondASounds.com. And I just put this on the drum bus just to make the drums sound more glued together. And I'm going to go ahead and just play the drums with and without the super clipper. Let's do that. Go ahead and open it up. There we go. And let's play it. Okay. The drums with the super clipper. Created a drum bus. I'm going to turn it off. You hear it spreads out. It doesn't sound really glued together. Kind of lacks the punch that it had. And I'm going to turn it back on. All right, so, you know, having a drum bus is a great way to get extra punch in your drums to really make things stand out. And then here on the 808, I just use FLD Bass, which is, of course, another free FL Studio Patcher plugin you can get at DesmondASounds.com. And with FLD Bass, I added a little bit of extra distortion to the 808. I just kind of wanted to change how it sat in the mix. So let's play the 808 with and without D-Bass. So I'm going to play it. Let me just play it here. Oh, let me unmute the 808. Nice ring to it. Real nice ring to the 808. And I'm going to turn it off. Turn off FLD Bass. Turn it back on. This is the hard clip. So one thing that I noticed is that in a lot of producers' beats, and I was noticing in some of the 808s that I already have, is that it has a lot of that nice buzziness to it, but then it can lack real low sub. This 808 didn't really need too much done. I just then added in some sub frequencies, and then I turned on oversampling, and that was pretty much that. That's how I got the 808 sound like that. All right, and what else we have here? And as you can see, everything that I'm using right here to mix this beat, you know, put together this beat for recording artists, this is all free stuff. Parametric EQ, Fruity Compressor, the FL Studio Super Clipper, that's free. FLD Bass, that's free. It's not about the gear, it's about the ears. So I just want to stress that. You guys might want to know what I have on the master. On the master, I have Fruity Limiter, and I have Fresh Air. I'm not sure why the naming is off right here, but I have Fresh Air by Slate Digital. And this is also a free plugin. So I got this, or I put this on this beat just because I wanted a little bit of extra, just like a little bit of extra presence in the upper mids. So I added mid air and high air just to give it a little bit of extra sheen. So I'll just play that really quickly here with and without Fresh Air. Oh, sorry about that. Clicked the wrong button. All right, let's get the rest of the sounds going. Play everything else. Okay, Fresh Air. Turn off Fresh Air. Turn on Fresh Air. As you can hear, it's just a little bit. Fresh Air is a pretty aggressive saturator, so I don't like to use it too much. If I didn't mention, sorry if I didn't, Fresh Air is free by Slate Digital, so you can go to the Slate Digital website to get it. It's a very, very strong saturator, so 3%, 4%, that's really all you need to really get what you need out of the saturation, and that's pretty much it. And then I have the Ulean loudness meter here just to see where I'm at as far as my LUFs, just to make sure I'm competitive and I'm right in there with the rest of the competition as far as loudness goes. And that's pretty much it. So free tools, hopefully this quick video gave you guys some insight on what to do. Once again, it's not the gears, it's the ear. And if you guys want additional help, make sure you check out my Drum Doctor beat mixing course. You can check it out in the description. I go into more detail about my thinking process, my approach to mixing beats and putting them together. So check out that course. I have a VIP version where you get my feedback on your beats as you go through the course. So that way you're getting like mentorship in the process. Then also I have a basic version where you get the course, you learn it, and then, pretty much self-service, you do it yourself. So you have those two options. And another thing I want to point out about, mixing beats and beat mixing in general, is just something that I've noticed checking out some of the different cook-up videos of other producers on YouTube. And I'm more so specifically talking to the younger producers. I've seen what they're doing in the cook-ups. And one thing I'm noticing is just like there's a lot of speed, but there's never really time taken to really balance the beat and make sure it's, mixed and it's hitting hard. If I played this beat in a larger recording studio, and we have the big, those big giant speakers there, I'm really going to get a lot of rumble. It's really going to have a lot of punch and a lot of chest, and a lot of power and impact. And one thing I'm noticing is a lot of younger producers, you guys are just making your beats really loud, and thinking that loudness equals power. Loudness doesn't equal power. A lot of the times you're getting your beats louder, but they're also getting smaller at the same time. So, take some time. This only took me about 15, 20 extra minutes after I was done with the beat. Just, took my time, make sure everything was balanced, use these free tools and got things sounding the way that they need to sound. So guys, remember, please, loudness doesn't equal power. Take a little bit of time, get your sounds sitting in the frequencies that they need to sit in. Don't have things masking each other, just layering on top of each other. And also take the time to listen to other producers' beats out there, as far as like professional recording artists, just so you have a better idea of what, power and punch and fullness and body sounds like. I know what it is to produce beats, make beats, but never really taking the time to reference other beats. So I just have I can have more of a direction on where I actually want to go. It's really fun to cook up a lot of beats, but I've been there in the studio where some producers will play a beat and it's just, I can tell in their listening environment and their approach to beat mixing, they think or they thought this was just kill the speakers in a good way, but they crushed it and they didn't have the sounds sitting in the place that they needed to sit in, and it really didn't make us feel anything. We want to feel something with music, and that's what all these tools are for, just to help us feel the music better. So, kind of rambling on. Once again, make sure you hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you guys got a few gems from it. And yeah, my name is Desmond A, and I will see you soon. Peace.